Hi, welcome to Magpie Mark's Memorabilia. This week I'll be showing you my collection of Collingwood scrapbooks. Now, scrapbooks were a good pastime of keeping memories and of matches each week. What people used to do was they used to buy a blank scrapbook, and each week they'd cut out from the newspaper the match report and the photos from every round of the year. And yeah, these are just some of my favourite ones. I have so many of them. These are my favourite ones, and other forms that they used to do it in. They used to use a photo album, some people, and cut out news clippings of it. They used to cut out news clippings of it. This person's got the names in alphabetical order. So this is a Tony Shaw page. Ray Shaw. Heath Shepherd, and this person that did it must have done it in name alphabetical order, but then some of the other scrapbooks. This is a 1979 scrapbook. It's got some really good old photos that you just don't see anywhere. That's why scrapbooks they're a real good treasure of mine, the old scrapbooks, and they're definitely a favourite collector's item I like. They're definitely in the favourites. See, when I was growing up, when my dad had finished reading the paper, I would actually cut the photos out and stick them on my wall in my bedroom or in my locker at school, because I didn't really realise that people used to actually put them in exercise books, the photos. But I like how people not only just got the pictures of the game and that, but they would often even have the stats and some of the news reporting of it in there. So these are some just brilliant old shots you just wouldn't find anywhere. Because these, of course, were the days before the internet and social media and that. So the only way people found out was buying the paper. The 77 one's another favourite of mine. Good thing that Collingwood is black and white, because most of the newspaper articles are in black and white. So black and white colours of Collingwood are good for black and white pictures. So yeah, that often have the actual articles as well as the pictures in them, and they do it each week, of course. But yeah, I really love this sort of thing. Ross is not done yet. Ross done. Oh, it's funny headlines that they did make in those days. See, Phil Carman. Yeah, this is a sad article. So even not just the good articles, but the sad articles also got put in scrapbooks as well in that time. But my oldest scrapbook I own in my collection is the 1957 one. I really like the way the person did the front cover of this, and the actual photos are still in pretty good condition as well. I did hear that they did do scrapbooks in the 1920s and 30s, but I haven't been able to find any from that early, because I'd really love to find one when we did that 4-peat newspaper articles from that time. Yeah, it's funny in the black and white photos. Some of them you can get teams mixed up with, but you often went by the shorts of the players to see which teams which. So yeah, an example of that is here. So that's Collingwood and North Melbourne there. And so you'd go by the shorts or the socks. So the dark shorts are Collingwood, and that's how you'd find the difference between the two teams. But then Also, this is the 1958 scrapbook, so it's got some really good treasured articles of us winning the 58 premiership. So this is a good article before the grand final, the team lineups. I like how they use the skinny bodies, but the big heads of the players. I just think that this is just a treasure. This scrapbook, the 58 one, definitely cost me a few $100, but worth every cent of it, because it's just things you just don't find anywhere in this world. The reaction from the Collingwood bench when we won the 58 premiership. And this is a pretty decent, this is a collectible article. This was when we built the social club at Victoria Park. It was built in 1959, and they said they'll hoist the flag here. And that grandstand at Victoria Park's still there, and it was the first of its kind because it was air conditioned, and had a proper good boardroom inside it, and back then it was only £150,000 to build, but yeah. And I like that this fabric cover that they used for this scrapbook. I really like that's the black and white striped one. But thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the trip down memory lane, and go Pies.